Hola, it's your past life detective Oracle. I wanted to create this video specifically for those who consider themselves chosen ones, which seems to be like damn near everybody. I know that it would be nice to believe that everyone was a chosen one, but unfortunately, in this realm, it's just not the case. That's not to say that there are only a few, it's just not everybody. And only ancient ones would enter over and quantum stand what I'm saying. Okay. Like, we'll just go there because then I'll go off on other tangents and I'll never get to what I need to address. So, on my station, we do not just recollect past lives. I have been divinely asked and agreed to also educate those who click on the video about other aspects of being divine, of being the chosen one. Because if you are a chosen one, you are divine. You are a divine child of the creator of gods. Let that one sit, okay? Because there's levels to this. And this is going to go over a lot of people's heads. And as long as I keep the comments on, a lot of those people who are triggered by the things that are said will leave dumbass comments, which, I'm all for. I don't care. That's not why I'm here, y'all. I am not here to, like I said, convince anyone of anything. I am confirming for those who are at a certain point of their consciousness, who are at a certain point of their ascension, and are ready for more, okay? More discovery of their divinity, like more quantum healing because they get it. They're not in denial that they will not access higher timelines. They will not access higher frequencies of self within their auric field until certain things are done. And that's just point blank how it works. Like, a part of being chosen is every day going by a blueprint of the divine. You're a part of something that is unfolding. Everyone is. However, and hitherto, the divine ones, aka the chosen, are on like special op mission, respective to whatever their soul is to do. And authenticity is key to that. Can you be authentic to self if you only know this current avatar? Oh, okay, I'm just saying, just checking. So, who this is for, everything I'm saying will not only resonate, it'll be like, yes, Oracle gave me more. I can take this, I can run with it, I can expand, I can unfold, I can unlock. Okay? So, with all that being said, being chosen means that you have a responsibility to self. You have a responsibility to prior selves to bring them all together. Okay. And I'm one for drawing. I'm an artist as well. So a lot of times in these educational quantum healing sessions, I will use visuals. So these are all these prior selves that you had. And in my mentorship years ago, I had a mentee who asked me, like, well, Pam, you mentioned baby souls. What the fuck does that mean? I was like, what? Yeah, let me school you. So we in this realm have the soulless, okay, the NPCs. Okay, these are two different phylums. because the soulless once had a soul. You hear me? But they got too comfortable living in their lower threes at such a lower vibration for such a long time that they just got inhibited, parasitic relationships with things beyond what we can see. Then you have NPCs, which are just like, hey, yeah, like sim characters. Um, from back in my day, was a game called The Sims, like sim characters. So you have soulless beings, you have NPCs, then you have baby souls, and then you have, I guess, I don't know, middle aged souls, old souls, and then ancient motherfuckers. Okay? I'm an ancient motherfucker, aka a primordial energy. Primordial energies are those of us who have been here since the beginning of time. Literally up in the cosmos, assisting in the creation of this realm. You hear me? And that is who I attract. That is who I do these things for. I am not here for baby souls, middle aged souls, old souls, and certainly not for the other two. So, like I said, you'll never see thousands and thousands of views on anything that I create because it ain't thousands and thousands and thousands of us out there. So I was sent to YouTube to grab you and get a hold of your consciousness, rubbing my third eye, Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy, so that we could uh, like gently push you to the next level of your ascension and the next level of your quantum healing, which is not going external to self and knowing your authentic self that way, but going internally. Okay. So baby souls are those who have not incarnated here that many times. I'm talking about like less than 100. You heard what I said. Baby souls have done more lifetimes as animals and working their way up from oceanic realm um, to, well, I don't know because I was a whale. Okay, but whales, their lifetime span forever, so that doesn't count. But like like little shrimp and sharks, a lot of the predators, even land animals. Okay, like a lot of baby souls have been flowers, fucking butterflies, ants. They have been there and done that as far as the animal phylum goes. And they were like, you know what? I'm ready to be a human. And you'll know the difference with baby souls because their common sense, like there's different levels of common sense. Like us divines, Lord of mercy, it's just certain things matter and certain things don't matter. Like the news doesn't matter, but then how the clouds are formed and which way the animals are going and what with the animals, like all of our synchronicities, that's common sense to us. All this that is outside of a typical, like what people consider important. Okay, so baby souls are survival based, so they're the souls that like will kill to live because they're still in instinctual mode. They haven't gotten to a point within the love parameter, unconditional love parameter, that they know that there's other ways and other avenues of achieving what they want. So, a lot of those who still practice dark magic in these very light times, all of the wizards and sorcerers and fucking cults and warlocks and covens, they were like packs of wolves and packs of sheep. They have not been human for that long because they don't have the understanding and the level of consciousness that you're gonna, whatever you put out there, you're gonna get back. Hello, universal law. A and B, if you want it, just ask for it within your own sovereign energy, but that takes a level of self-love and healing. B. So they're baby souls. We do not give a about baby souls. Like they're gonna do what they do, they're gonna act foolish and they're gonna learn their lesson and come back and then go into a higher lesson and come back or repeat. Okay. And then there's, oh my goodness, as a swan flies across my window. Yes, I said a fucking swan, and swans should not be like hanging out. 10 on my timestamp. So I'm just saying, I'm trying to school you to the game here. Okay. Because I will not always have this station. Get it while the getting's good. Okay. Just saying. So these are all of the lives. Let's say each of them represent 100 lives. So it's like 1,000 lives, which is still kind of like, okay, we lived a lot. So just for the sake of what needs to happen for the chosen one, this is the chosen one's current avatar. Generally speaking, we have achieved duality, which means we understand our shadow self and our light self and when to apply each through fucking with the baby souls who don't know no better. Okay, like so they did their job. Thank you. But after you know yourself and you're in your authentic self as this avatar, KK, you've got to integrate these other lives. Now, is it all of them? No. But are there major ones that had major traumas or major relationships or major choices that we made that were less than unconditional love? Absolutely. And a lot of them just repeated over, repeat, over and over and over again. And considering throughout history, things were often, I mean, not including all, because Lemurian life was, cool. Atlantean life was cool until it wasn't. There's plenty of awesome ones. They are not the ones that to be addressed. They are what makes us cool as shit now. These are the darker lifelines that ended abruptly and without transmuting that energy. So there might be anger or regret or low self worth, like deservingness. There might be abandonment, okay, that happens over and over and over and over again with same faces, different places, different characters, same soul signatures, okay. And you, as a chosen one, you need to be able to assimilate all of these lives into this avatar to become the supreme avatar. Okay, that is a part of your destiny, is to be able to say, I know uh, of the 13, not to say there's 13, but there was 13 for me. Of the 13 majors, there's probably more than that now. I know exactly who they were. I know what period in history they were. I know the choices that I made that were less than. I know how that energy recycled into this avatar. I know who those other characters were. And then you go through a process of healing that, which we will talk about in another video because I'm already at almost 15 minutes. Okay. So this is part one, you could say, of a series of, you know, what makes chosen. Yes, we have something to do, and but it's quantum. It's not just what this avatar has to do. A chosen one was chosen because you are at a conscious level, okay, with divinity in your DNA to be able to give a fuck about all of these other incarnations. They're sitting in a corner like unattended to. So, of course, that looming energy will always cycle back through your chakras. You give attention to these lives, and you give them love, and you give them the same as you would when you went through your soul fragmentation, like you brought your soul fragments back together with your inner child healing. Same thing. But this takes research, it takes work, it takes the desire to believe in it. So that's why there's not only divine ones care to do that, you know, because we know we love who we were and who I was and who I was and who I was. I love who I was because they make up who I am. And I know that the fragments of me are fragments of them. And if they're sitting out there unhealed, I know, okay, that 5D is out of the store, out of the game. I'll never hit 5D. Because if 5D is vibrating at a really high frequency up here, and you have that lower lifeline that's vibrating slower down here, and then you're in the in between somewhere because you've done your work, this lifeline tagged on your DNA is an anchor. Okay? This is an anchor. This lifeline and this energy that was never transmuted, that you don't even like, um, like what I said, this could be abandonment. Um, and sure, you may have handled it this lifeline, but if you have a parallel to the origination of where that came from, it's still going to flag. So you could be sitting there in like your personal highest timeline, but if you haven't gone quantum and actually given this attention so that it can unfold, unlock, heal, and assimilate, you won't stay right here in 4D, in the middle of 4D somewhere. So for those who care, you're welcome. So, say all that to say, there's a couple ways that you can also do your healing. This people, places, and things past life healing deck is one that I created. There's all kinds of cool ish on here, like if you've done readings for yourself before with normal tarot or oracle, you will love my deck. It is also it's inexpensive. I tried to price it accordingly so that it could be accessible to divine ones. So you can check out on the station under my icon on the channel. There's a website. You click it, you go to the page that says Oracle Decks. Get it for yourself, you know. And or if you would like an expert to tap into your lifeline, okay, there's a few, but the lifeline that is most prevalent and would like the most attention, so much so that it comes up and out through a reading, you book with me. Also with the link on my station. Okay. And if you use the code Quantum Healing, then you get a percentage off of the cost. So I love you, I love you, I love you. And at 1717, it's time for me to go. But I welcome you to this series of quantum healing. There'll be all kinds of different shit every time. Alrighty? Bye bye.